10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You already know what time it is. ReviveIsAlive.com. Once again, ReviveIsAlive.com. Tune in. Revive is alive. Yep, you already know what time it is, man. It's me, your girl P.O.C, host for Revive Radio. Shout out to Tad Money and them spicy ass tacos we just had, yo. Tad, what is that? River East Cafe, man. Hey, Keon, hold on one time. Tell me how I can find River East Cafe. Right quick.
Southside Gang. River East Cafe, Instagram, River East Cafe. It's our creative solution to living, playing, working, and being creative in a food desert. You hear me?
Yes.
Congress Heights Arts and Culture Center, right in our kitchen, operating Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Happy
What is
hours
that? A
every
taco?
Thursday. Yeah, taco. But we got, was that the vegan option? Yeah, we got vegan options.
Awesome.
We got chicken. We got all that.
Shout out to the fish. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I had the fish on Friday. It was definitely popping.
Yeah.
Shout out to the fish, man. We appreciate you actually, you know what I'm saying, putting food on the south side, something that we, you know what I'm saying, can actually choose from. We want some options, you know what I'm saying? But we got a special guest in the building, another artist from tonight's event. We at Poetry and Politics. Shout out to Justin Blue and my girl Black Hayes for putting this event together, man. We got a special guest. What's up with you? How you feeling today?
What's up? What's going on? It's your boy Cito Blanqui. Don't never miss a free throw, man. I'm spoken word.
Oh, never miss a free
Miss a
throw.
free throw. Listen, man. When you on the line, I ain't gonna lie. I probably missed 2 free throws in the last year. That's why I got 98 cents. Shout out my book, 98 cents. You know, get on Amazon, CitoBlanco.com. But we out here.
You a twister, my guy. You a twister. You took a page out of that
Hey,
man
man,
book. Slow down. We trying to
sorry.
understand what you talk
If we
about.
gonna do it, we gonna do it. You know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
you.
I'm
That's,
sorry.
I say the same thing. We gonna do it. We gonna do it. I definitely feel you on
that's
that,
a fact.
man.
It's cold too. We outside. If I was driving from New York, I ain't know that. I'd have put like the beanie on. I'd have put the Carhartt jump joint.
You
know?
came down from New York.
Yeah, I'd have threw the Timbs on if I knew.
How was the ride? How was it? How was
Honestly,
it?
It was a good ride. It was a good ride. I was listening to some old school music and stuff like that. You know, listen to some Daniel C's The Tiny Desk. You know, with the her version on that. You know, it was fire. It was fire.
It's your first time in the DMV area?
It is not my first time in the DMV area.
Do you like the DMV area? Tell me a little bit about it. Coming from New York, you to the DC area, you tend to don't get too many compliments. So tell me a little bit about it.
Honestly, I love it.
Awesome.
I genuinely love it just to see how like black people communicate and come together.
Talking
Now-
to Mike for me.
Now that might be from a tourist aspect, because I know people say that about New York City all the time, and like they would like it, but I'm like, nah, bro, ain't nothing I like about like certain parts of my area. But I like it. I like
What part of New York you from?
I'm from the Bronx. BX
Okay.
stand up, uptown, Gun Hill Road.
Shout out
You
to
already
the
know
Bronx.
vibes. Yeah.
It's gentrified now. It ain't really the Bronx no
Alright,
more.
see,
You
see,
over
see,
here
see,
repping
whoa,
what?
whoa.
What you really repping?
See, hold on. I'm a rep it. I'm a rep it. Actually, Harlem getting gentrified. The Bronx didn't get gentrified like that yet. Not yet. But we buying back the block. You know what I'm saying? Marathon continues.
I feel you on that. Definitely.
Yeah.
What actually brought you out to politics and poetry and politics today? I'm sorry.
Honestly, like right now, I'm actually on a book tour. And like I just seen the opportunity.
Shout out to black authors.
What's most definitely important. So I just dropped my first book, published book, 98 cents. Like fuck the world's. Okay. Fuck the world's 2
Be
cents.
yourself.
Okay, I'm sorry. And I honestly, I seen the opportunity and I said, you know what? When I see my people gathering for something that I respect and I put my time, my effort into, and I know the frequency gonna be at a high level, I said I have to be here. And I felt like everything aligned. Like I really feel like I was earthing. I seen the full moon, be outside, you know what I'm saying? Got the nice little from my
How many
chakra, right?
applications you put in?
Honestly, I put in one.
One application.
One lucky one.
One lucky application, man.
Yeah, I
I
feel
appreciate
like-
that. How long you been doing poetry?
I've been doing poetry for probably about 4 years now. Yeah, 4 years, give or take. It's been just been writing.
What made you hop off the porch with poetry? What made you actually want to jump out there and take it serious?
Dang, I always hate this question. All right, so like my first poem was actually at my friend's funeral, and I ain't have no way to like say goodbye.
Condolences.
Thank you, R.I.P. Steve O.D. I had no way to say goodbye to him, so I just literally just wrote something. I didn't think it was a poem. That's why I said just talk my shit, and like people thought it was poetry, so I just kept on writing for therapeutic reasons. And sometimes you find your purpose, sometimes your purpose find you. People just kept saying, "Yo, stay on the mic." So now I'm here right now.
Would you say it saved you at any point of time?
I wouldn't say it saved me. I feel like, matter of fact, it saved my soul, not my flesh.
Talk to me about that.
I would honestly say like I wasn't in any type of danger of like dying. I didn't put myself. I was a smart-headed person, but an enlightenment process to allow me to grow and evolve spiritually, mentally. Poetry helped me get there because I always wanted to be a better artist. And I said the only way to be a better artist is to be a better man. So I went on that journey. And once I went on that journey, I evolved. And now I live life and write about it instead of just like writing about life.
I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that. And let me ask you this, when it comes down to poetry and actually getting people to hear what you're actually saying, how do you go about it? Like, how do you make people feel what you're saying through words?
It's actually one of my famous quotes in the book. It's like, sometimes you write words and sometimes words write you. I feel like people know what's real. People know what's genuinely real. And in the same concept, I'm speaking to your soul, not your flesh. So you may not want to like it. You may not comment on it. But your soul understands what that pure feeling of being aligned with your purpose is. And hopefully you can recognize that and bang with it one day. And one day it helps.
No doubt. So what was one of the pieces that you did today? What was the name of one of the pieces you did today?
One of the pieces that I did today one was called No Pain, No Gain. Other one was Dreams. And the one before that's Pure Black. Talk
about dreams, because I definitely am somebody who, is following my dreams and believing in my dreams.
Dreams came about because I feel like when you're younger, everybody say you can be what you want to be in this world. People always say, I have a dream, I have a dream. And I remember thinking I was going to the NFL one day. And I
thought I was going to the NBA. I thought I was going to be the first girl in the NBA. And ain't going to hold you.
It's going to happen. And I remember I had a mentor, and he was just on something like, yo, bro, you're not going. I'm like, why are you trying to kill my dream so you're not putting in the work? And I was like, when does our dream graduate to a goal? Like, a lot of people have dreams, but when do we put the work in and create and have the process and trust the process to get there? So it's more like, you got a dream, that's fine. But if your dream don't graduate to a goal, it's not really important.
You got to talk in the mic for me.
Oh, my fault. If the dream doesn't graduate to a goal, then it's not important. So that's what the piece is basically about. And I tell the kids I used to teach about that all the time. Like, if you want to make it to the league, put the work in. If people don't want to put the work in, if you want to dream, your dream is only going to happen when you're sleeping. Mm-hmm. So I want to dream when I'm up. I want to be awake. My mom is going to go to Dubai, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to retire. Those things are manifested in there because I know the process of what I got to work out to put in to get it. Now everybody want to put the work in, so I'll put the work in.
Definitely. I feel you, man. You got to put the work in. So tell the people how they can find you, how to stay locked with everything you got going on. Are you performing anywhere else, before the end of the year?
Right now, I got a ticket to go to Miami. I might be in Miami on Tuesday. I got to still figure out about that. You want to find me on the gram? It's Cito Blanco. It's CITOBLANKO. You want to support a black author? You could go to Amazon, type in 98 cents, like 98 cents, like SENSE, and support me and support what's going on. And I like it out here, man.
Let's make that a number one. You know what I'm saying? A bestseller. 100%. Go support my man. Go get that book.
And I'm not saying it because I wrote it. Like, I think y'all actually genuinely gonna fuck with it. You feel me? Like, for real, dead ass.
I feel you on that, man. I definitely feel you on that one.
Dead ass.
Thank you for coming through. And this is the question that I'm asking, every performer today. When it comes down to poetry, when you hear the word poetry, do you typically think of the word competition?
Yes, I think of competition because in New York, like slam poetry and those things tend to happen a lot. But I'm not a fan of it. I feel like it's hard to judge someone's life the same way it's hard to judge someone's art. And I don't think we should be competing against each other. It's weird because sometimes I feel like I'm like a trauma drug dealer. Like, I'll be at shows and I'm like, if I do something that's mad traumatic, you're going to give me a 10 to win. But that's not what I want to say today. So I feel like I'm faking the funk by doing that. I think we should all stay true to our art, speak what's on our soul, write what we want to write, and not just to get high scores or to get bags.
Yes. Yes, I definitely agree with you, man. I appreciate you once again. Tell them your name. You spoke so fast when you got on the mic.
My name is Cito Blanco. Well, like Cito Blanco, like a knockout. Yeah.
I appreciate you, man. You already know what time it is. Shout out to Tab Money. You already know.
You know the vibes.
Oh, she says she need a poem.
You need a poem?
She need a poem.
She missed it.
I don't even know what you're working with because I was out here.
I got you. Everybody wants to eat, but I think who invented the fork? Like, how did you know 4 points could pick up pork? Like, growing up using your mind meant you was a dork or too small for sports never made sense, but I couldn't see past the court. Everybody wants to eat is the expression, but can I teach y'all a lesson? Eating should be a goal. You should learn how to cook like that's the weapon. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day because it starts the inception. Too many young minds out here half-stepping the lessons, walking this world with no direction. It's called a mind frame because it's a mind game from the day you was born. You got to watch and make your mind change. You got a penny mind with a dollar grind. You see life for the dollar signs. Finish your breakfast.
Finish your breakfast, man. Yeah. You already know what time it is. We about to go to a quick break, man. Poetry and Politics. We Act Radio. Shout out to Justin Blue and Black Hayes for putting this whole thing together, man. Revive is alive. Revive is alive. Revive is alive.
Go ahead, stand up.
This is Charles Wilson Adams, where I chose Health 215. I encourage you to be a hero by starting a conversation. You are now tuned in with Revive Radio.
Yep. You already know what time it is, man. It's me, your girl P.O.C, host of Revive Radio, man. We act radio. I appreciate your support, man, each and every time we come down to the DMV. Make sure you guys check us out. Revive is Alive, ReviveIsAlive.com. Shout out to the Southside creators. You already know, Tab Money. Shane, what it do? How you feeling?
I'm well, sis. How you?
Man, I'm mad I missed your performance tonight, man.
Oh, it's all good.
How was it, though? Talk to me a little bit about it.
It was well. I enjoyed myself. I let it go as usual.
Well, tell the people who you are first and foremost. I just jumped into it. Tell her who Uptown Shane is.
Uptown Shane is an artist that's from Uptown, D.C. That's where the Uptown come from. And at this point, I just speak for my soul. I'm a hip-hop artist, spoken word artist, if we talking titles. But other than that, I'm just energy that's expressing itself.
Good God.
Good God.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
This is my sis for real, yo. Let me ask you this. What actually made you come out? What actually made you want to, be on the stage tonight, Poetry and Politics?
Tab Money was like November 10th.
Be there.
And I was like, all right. And that's been multiple events. Mm-hmm. And I just trust that. I look at Tab like Soul Tribe.
Facts.
I look at you like Soul Tribe.
Facts.
Kiana like Soul Tribe. So I'm here.
Thank you. I appreciate you for showing up. And that's what I've been telling everybody. You know what I mean? It starts just by showing up, having these conversations, having these events. It starts by just supporting who's supporting you. You know what I mean? So when it comes to this crowd tonight, how you think they was feeling you?
Man, I think it was dope. I think it was well received as far as just, again, I have an intent when I'm talking out, I'm talking to myself. So I intend that it's received just like I receive criticism or however we look at it when I'm on my journey. Do
you ever think about perceptions when you're on stage? Because you come with a different kind of vibe. You know what I mean? You don't come off as, I would say like the normal conversation. You know what I mean? You talk about everything around the actual topic of discussion.
Well, I think the perceptions is a journey. Sometimes you do in general, so you learn from them. But like in the Bible, it talk about God's people are peculiar people. And then in the practical world, if you start in a business, you want to do something that stands out completely. Mm-hmm. So again, it's like everyone is talking about the problem. In hip hop, I'm going to talk about something else. You know what I'm saying? It's how it is. It's light and dark. Everybody want to be light. I'm going to be dark. Everybody going left. I'm going to go right. But that's still within me. And usually when you go within, if everybody externalizing, you internalizing, that's going two different ways too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So I'm actually surprised that the word politics ain't, push you a little bit off the stage. I know you get into poetry, but when it comes to the politics, you're like, nah, I don't really want, too much to do with that. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to the two collabing with each other, what are your thoughts on that?
The politics is the illusion.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then the poetry is the spirituality. Like the politics is the physical. The poetry would be the spiritual.
Okay.
So it's like anything that wants to stand in front of the truth, anything that wants to stand in front of change or evolution, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You work with it instead of going against it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the politics is over. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could say it's politics to spirituality if you just want to play.
Okay.
And entertainment, but nah, it's a real revolution. You know what I'm saying? It's like past entertainment. It's past, like, it's always happening now, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So.
All right. So tell me one of the pieces that you did today. What's the name of one of the pieces you did today?
I did, what did I do? I did the Harriet Tubman poem, Thank you, Ted.
Oh, you got me started now. I got to ask you. Stop right there. Harriet Tubman poem. All right. So Harriet Tubman just dropped the movie. I got to ask you your opinions, your views, and your perspectives about that. You already know we got started a little bit with that last time. Come on. Did you see it yet?
I did.
I know you saw it the first night it came out. You was right.
Night.
You was bright with the popcorn and all that. I already know you was.
I already
know you was.
Yeah.
All right, talk to me. What's it about? Spill the story. I ain't even trying to. Don't even matter.
I look. I ain't even going. This time I'm gonna say for me.
Bro, I had to run up out of here. He don't want you to tell him the story.
For me, I feel like the main characters in the movie is the Most High, or God, or Harriet's higher self, and Harriet, the vessel. Everybody else is supporting. Harriet Tubman, to me, did not save nobody. She led by example.
Facts.
And it's like,
the movie don't show that.
No, the movie showed this to me.
Okay.
Like in the movie, you're not going to see her do anything but lead. She not going to pick up nobody. She's not carrying nothing besides a gun. But she's leading by example the whole time. And when she get hit in her head, not hit my head and shit, going towards the stage.
Tonight.
Okay. Right. I hit my head.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Little ice pack, you good? We good. All right.
But she, got hit in her head, and she would have these blackouts. You know what I'm saying? And she was saying in the movie that her having those blackouts or getting hit in her head, pretty much, she felt like God made her visions more clear. You know what I'm saying? It's like, again, that particular energy, we all recycling.
So it's worth going to see. It's a movie for us and about us. It's a story that needs to be told. It's a story that we need to support.
It's a story we already know. It's a story about you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's a story, like, we already know her story. So if you want to go see it just for some inspiration, yeah, I would say go see it for that.
Okay.
But look past everything else. Go with good intentions to look at the junk and get your gems out of it.
So when it comes down to tonight and you actually doing the poem. Oh, go ahead.
I want to say this. My favorite part of the movie, she made the white man fall to his knees. Like he was on his horse. She faced her quote unquote master. She holding a gun to him. Tell him to get off his horse, throw his gun away. He try to pull out another one. She shoot a couple of his fingers off. He get off the horse. He get on his knees. So she had the opportunity to kill him physically. He on his knees. What do that symbolize? The white man had no more power. He surrendered. Like, I'm at a dinner, and this is what it is. White people are way more friendly. They want to be close to you. Like, they want to touch you. They stay smiling in your face. This, that, and the third. Like, because at the end of the day, whether you woke or not, what's going on inside of you is going to go on. It's our DNA. It's our, being. Mm-hmm. Harriet Tubman talking to the man like, he tried to take her power. Like, I always owned you. These mind games. Like, God don't listen to niggas and this, that, and the third. She told him, like, you going to suffer. You going to hear the voices, this, that, and the third. Because the white man can't go past. He has no soul. We talking soul, though, just in general. His eyes start watering up. And he can hear voices. And she just walked past. Took his horse and left. He ain't do nothing. Because he don't have no power. Because mentally, he didn't have her mind no more. Exactly.
And the first one to the mind always wins the race.
She just not drove off, but took the horse
off. Galloped off that little giddy up.
That symbolizes supernatural power. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that's
that
important.
Black girl magic.
Yeah.
Definitely. So let me ask you this, you know what I'm saying, before we wrap up. When it came down to that Harriet, poem tonight, how would you say the audience was feeling you? Was they receptive to it? Did they not get it? Did they, not see where you were going?
No, I think I think it was well received.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I always hear a little okay, you know, but yeah, it was well received to me.
I feel you. So tell the people how they can find you, how they can stay locked, everything you got going on. You performing anywhere else before the end of the year?
I am on Instagram. That's it. Uptown Shane. I'm on YouTube too, but I'm on Instagram as far as just social media, and we'll see.
We'll see. I'm gonna put that into your, existence. I hope you perform before the end of the year. We need you out here in these streets talking that knowledge, man. And this is the question that I'm actually asking every artist who performs today. When you think of the word poetry, do you think of the word competition?
No. Unless it's with myself, like, cause the poet come first. So I think of myself. I don't think of competition when I think of poetry.
Okay. And the reason why I ask that is because when you hear the word poetry, you always, you tend to see the word competition follow, because poetry is not necessarily mainstream. You know what I mean? So it's not like, oh, we going to this poetry event. It's like, oh, we going to this poetry competition. We have, two poets coming up competing against each other for a prize. It's always putting expression against expression. You know what I mean?
You don't feel like poetry mainstream?
I would say when it comes to a comparison of other artistic abilities such as rap, hip hop, different things like that, it wouldn't be mainstream. You know what I mean? You don't see a lot of poetry EPs running around. You don't see a lot of poetry, albums out, and when artists do come on, such as like Jill Scott, Floetry, and different things, they still put the R&B, they put the rap in it, and then they put the poetry in it to blend the two. Not just like, oh, I'm about to give you a whole, 16. I'm about to give you a whole little, what's it called? Stanza. Did I say that right? Haiku. I'm trying to figure it out. Stanza, yeah. So that's what I mean. Like when I think of the word when I said competition, I just feel like people put expression to expression, in a versa kind of situation a lot. That's why I asked that question. But it's Uptown Shane. I appreciate you, sis.
I appreciate you.
Thank you for coming out, man. You already know what time it is. It's your girl,
Good
P.O.C.
God.
Good God. I love it.
Tuning out for iRadio. Tuning out for iRadio.
Yep. You know what time it is, man. It's me, your girl, P.O.C., host of Revive Radio. We are back live on Revive is Alive, ReviveIsAlive.com. We are down at Poetry and Politics, man. We act radio. Shout out to my girl, Black Hayes. She just stepped in the building. But we have, a guest who's attending the event tonight. She's sitting here with me. Real quick. Yes. And what's your name? Tell the people what your name is.
Mani.
So, Mani, tell me about your experience today.
I just, I have a particular expectation for when I pay money to come out to a show, and I don't expect whining.
Okay.
So I
feel like when you say whining, you mean in conversation?
In conversation, and when I come out to a show, there's whining. They're late. They're whining. I don't.
So when you were participating in the conversation, what was the conversation about?
I wasn't participating, but I paid to come out to a show, and there was whining.
What was the conversation about, though?
I don't even know.
But I'm saying, like, what were they whining about?
In general.
Okay.
Just whining.
Was there any specific topic?
I don't know. I feel like I'm being recorded, though, so I'm being recorded from this angle and over here. So now I don't want to talk anymore. So I feel like I don't.
I appreciate you, Domani. I definitely appreciate you.
I didn't ask for this.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I just wanted to know your opinion today about the conversation.
I was very excited to come out to this, though.
I appreciate you for coming and supporting. Sure. Definitely, this is what it's all about.
Sure.
And I wish you would join the conversation and let them know that.
I enjoyed it at the very beginning.
Okay.
And now my ride is here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
No doubt. Thank you. And sir, you want to jump on the mic with me too? Tell me a little bit about your experience. We have another guest coming up. He's going to tell us a little bit about his experience today. Once again, we at Poetry and Politics. We Act Radio, hosted by Justin Blue and my girl Black Hayes. What's your name? Tell the people who you are.
My name is Armand. I go by Mantra. I'm a spoken word artist.
Awesome.
My IG is MANSA_MANDTRA. I gotta do it. I'm sorry.
I got you. No, I'm with it. I was actually going to tell them, let them know how they can find you. Stay locked with you.
We already here.
So, how was your experience so far?
It was good. I came prepared to do one piece, and I apologize. I came prepared to do one piece, and out of the conversation I heard, I was inspired to do another one.
Okay.
So, I finished performing. I'm like, I wish I'd have done the other piece because it's just like I had so much that I wanted to say. But for the conversation, the crowd, and where we was going with it, I felt like it was right on point. So
awesome. What actually made you want to actually be an artist for this event? What made you want to sign up and try out to, be on the stage tonight?
My brother sent me the flyer, and I'm like, because I post stuff all the time on IG, just specifically with our community, trying to build awareness to a lot of different things and just change the mindsets of people. So when he sent me this flyer for an event that he thought I was doing, I was like, nah. And I was like, actually, you got to submit an application to perform. Oh, yeah, we in there.
Okay.
So we're going to see what it is. And I submitted my application like 4 times on Gmail, and my Gmail
I
was
appreciate you.
It was crazy, but
consistency is key.
But you asked me what made me want to do it. My homegirl Hayes, that's mine, and Justin Blue, who I see all the time, and I'm like, I appreciate his word, I appreciate his efforts, I appreciate what he's saying to the community. He right on time with it.
Facts.
So when I seen him on the same fly, I was like, yo, I gotta get in there. I'm trying to go.
Okay.
And then I realized that it was like a submission to perform. I said, oh yeah,
it's legit. It's legit.
I'm supposed to be there.
So let me ask you this too, right? Because a lot of people try to box poetry, and say it's very feminine. You know what I mean? So by you being in the game as a man, bringing masculinity to the table when it comes to poetry, what is your views and opinions about it? The masculine, feminine about it. Like when people say, poetry is a feminine situation.
I don't think so. It's freedom, it's expression.
I love it.
You can't put a agenda on freedom and expression.
Do you ever get any blowback from it?
No, I was gonna go there, but people see it as vulnerable.
Okay.
And that vulnerable builds a sensitivity that you more times than not see in women, that you don't see in men. So they look at that, and that's what they attribute to it being feminine, when in all actuality, it's just being open and honest.
So when it comes to expression, how do you typically, find your way to the pen and paper? Do you have to seclude yourself, or are you able to, be around a bunch of people and be inspired all at the same time?
Both. Like I'm dead locked in the middle, because it's like I'd be sitting in an event like this writing in my head like, yo, I like that, and I start writing in my head, but then it's sometimes where it's like I gotta be alone to write this.
I feel you.
And it's just where your emotion is, where your energy is when you writing something. That's
especially when it's personal. You know what I mean? You don't really want too many people in your business.
I done wrote some
situations
personal on the train next to, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But yeah, like wherever you feel inspired, you gotta get it out, because if you forget it, it's forgot. You know what I mean? Unless you remember it sometime down the road, once you forget it, it's gone.
It's forgotten. So tell me about the piece that you did today. Tell me about one of the pieces you did today. What was the name of it, and what was that inspired by?
The piece was called Gemini.
Okay.
And it was inspired by like this extra whack ass poet. And like I usually don't even say that about other people, but like it was just like it was really uninspiring. But everything he did was typical, and then it was just sex related.
Okay.
And it's like you got these people attention for 5 minutes, and the best you could do. You know what I mean? It's talk about that. When the thing about the greatest thing in earth to me is that nobody can be you.
Facts.
Like they can clone you, but that's your clone. That's not you. Like you can have a twin, different fingerprints, different whole vibe. Like the thing that makes you is that you. That your parents had you this one time in life. We're not, or once a lifetime is like depending on where you live, 35 to 85 years. You feel me? I'm not once in a lifetime. I'm once in forever.
But when I think about the word Gemini, it typically gives me like two-faced, double. Okay, cool. You know what I mean?
So the other side of that is who you are at home. So it's one person who you are in the public eye, and then there's someone that you are.
That's called code switching.
But I mean, you got to think about it. People code switch all the time.
Is that okay?
Nah, I don't believe it. Like I don't have a white voice. Like at work,
when you answer the phone.
Thank you for choosing confidence. Just like that, I'm telling you, they can attest to it. They've been in it. That's my voice. I don't do that, because it's like if how would making you comfortable make me feel comfortable? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not concerned about your confidence, about, you know what I'm saying, what makes me feel comfortable. I'm not going white voice suit. Nah, this who gonna be when you walk in the lobby. This who gonna be sitting there.
So are you giving them personality when you're doing your poetry as well? So
absolutely,
awesome.
Absolutely.
So people can tell a little bit about who you are through your art.
Yeah, because like I was saying earlier, it's vulnerable, it's honest, it's a conversation. It's not a monologue, it's a conversation. Because when you listen, you personalize it. You make it apply to your life in the places where it does, and then where it doesn't, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But
definitely,
yeah. But when you bring that emotion to it, when you bring that personality to it, it makes it personally yours.
I feel you on that. So, tell the people once again how they can find you, how they can stay locked, how they can catch you at your next poetry event. When is the next one coming up? Come on, tell me you booked them busy, right? Come on, man. It's fourth quarter.
I'm not booked busy right now, but December I'm gonna be in Baltimore. I can't remember the exact date, but
okay.
Grand Slam. We're not Grand Slam finals, but it's the Grand Slam prelims to be on an adult team to travel around the country, do poetry.
Okay.
If y'all want to stay tuned, stay locked, keep it up with me and all that. You can find me on Instagram. My IG is MANSA_MANDTRA. That's Mansa_mantra. And that's how you're going to find me.
And I got one question. This is my question that I'm asking to every artist tonight, right?
Okay.
When you think of the word poetry, do you think of competition?
Nah.
Tell me why not.
Because everybody walking alive is a poet. They don't know it because they never wrote it and they never shared it with somebody. But if you write how you feel deeply on the inside, like, and you're just extremely honest, and just give it to somebody else, let them read, that's poetry.
Awesome.
It's not something specifically that you do. Like, I do spoken word. You know, that's how I present my poetry. But poetry is the music that you play. Poetry is the paintings that you do. You know what I mean? Whatever you passionate about, that's your poetry.
I'm with it.
Yeah,
I'm with it. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for supporting us here. You know what I'm saying? Poetry and Politics for the first annual DMV one. We're going to be having so many more, man. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Next year.
Definitely going to be back. You already know what time it is, man. It's your girl P.O.C. Yep. You already know what time it is, man. It's me, your girl P.O.C, host of Revive Radio. We are live right now. We are WeAct Radio, Poetry and Politics. Shout out to my cousin Candace. She in the building as well, man. Thank you for the support. I truly appreciate it. Right now, I'm sitting with a special guest, man. She came to support. You know what I mean? She came out to support. I actually met her on the South Side the first time, which is exciting. She came back out, man. What's up with you? Tell the people who you are.
My name is Kia, also known as the Lock Creator. I'm a local loctician in the DMV. And yeah,
business is booming. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got locks in the DMV, so
yeah, business is good.
Business is booming.
Yeah, it's good.
Do you think it's a fad though? You think it's trendy? You think, you know what I'm saying, locks and dreads are becoming trendy and a fad for people because everybody has it?
I do, in a sense, but at the same time, I love how, people are embracing the natural, look of locks. And it's a whole lot when it comes to the lock extensions and, the process and going through the journey and, the instant locks and all of that. So, I mean,
there's so many different type of styles of locks nowadays. You know what I mean?
Right,
At first it was just very simple, but people are doing so many different things with the yarn and with the extensions and different things like that. It's kind of, you can't even tell the difference what's real and what's fake no more.
Yes.
That's the goal, right?
That is definitely the goal. I don't do lock extensions or partake in installing fake locks, but
you hating?
Am I hating?
Like,
no, not at all.
Not
at all.
I'm playing with you.
But I mean, it's to each his own.
I feel you.
To each his own.
So tell me the difference, because you say you're a lock technician. So tell me the difference between a lock technician, and a regular hairdresser.
Well, loctician, it's basically just a term for us, as locticians. I specifically focus on locks. Like I don't really do anything else. I mean, I cut here and there, shape ups, undercuts and stuff like that or whatever, but I'm also focused just on locks. So I don't really do.
So is it like a different certification you have to get? Do you go to a different beauty school? Do you go to a different hair school? It's the same thing.
That's one thing about locks. I mean, it's kind of like a self-proclaimed type of industry for real.
So you don't even have to go to hair school for that?
Nah, I ain't go to hair school. I mean, you can, but it's I went to barbering school. I went to Bennett for a little while, and locks is not something that is focused on. I mean, you can learn it, but it's not really something that's it's not a huge focus as far as certification or anything like that.
So how do you take it to the next level? How do you become a salon owner if you're not necessarily certified, with the state or the district?
I guess you can kind of say I've been flying under the radar. But at the same time, it's like it hasn't come up to be an issue because we don't really deal with like chemicals and stuff like that. I mean, unless you like coloring and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So it can be very touchy in that sense or whatever. I am not in a salon. I actually work out of my house. I turn my second bedroom into my space, my salon. So, but I did go to Bennett and I did learn, the process of working with chemicals, coloring and stuff like that. But it's not something that I'm technically, certified under. I don't think most locticians are, but I mean, some do obtain a cosmetology license or whatever to open up salons.
So to take it to the next level. And that's why I was asking because, you have to have certain licenses and different things like that to even be certified to open up shops. So when it comes down to, just locks in general, a lot of people, especially myself, it was a journey, you know what I mean? And my locks definitely tell a lot about who I am as a person. So when it comes down to when you touching people's hair and doing people's hair and different things like that, you know what I mean? What do you do, to make sure that you cleaning yourself, cleansing yourself before you actually get into their hair and all the stuff that they got going on?
I mean, I think I put out, I try to be good, I be good to just be good, I mean, I don't really like to do, what I'm saying, like bad for real, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I like to keep my energy good. So if I'm going to do your hair, you know what I'm saying, like I want to make sure that I'm, giving good energy or whatever towards your hair. I did learn also in barbering school that being, a stylist and stuff like that, you more than just a stylist, you are, you a therapist, you a ear, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta
get in the chair, start talking, rapping
you gotta be, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be welcoming, you gotta be a presence and stuff like that. So, and, that's one of the reasons why I do operate outside of my house, because I like to provide, a space where it's personal. It's not chaotic. It's not, and not saying that, salons necessarily are chaotic, but they do, some have a reputation of it. But I like to just provide that personal space where, it's me and you, sometimes, a oncoming, client or whatever, but it's still, it's a real good chill environment, and, we can just talk and just, just have a,
one of my closest friends is actually, a hairdresser, and I tell her all the time, like, you could never have a bad day. Like, she can never have, like, she cannot go to work with her feelings on her face, you know what I mean? Her emotions on her sleeve. And that kills her. Like, when it comes to her mental health, when it comes to, her internal, cause she want to express herself, but she's standing up all day long, working, doing whatever she got to do. And, a lot of people come in there rude. So, you know what I'm saying? They come in there like, I'm paying for something, so I want something. So when it comes down to, making sure that it's not weighing on your face, you're not showing your emotions and different things like that, how do you go about it?
I mean, for the most part, I be chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I wake up, I love what I do. So in loving what I do, I get up, you know what I'm saying? I get up and I go to the next room, I'm ready. I know what's up. I mean, sometimes I'm tired, but at the same time, I think it's a transparency and you understanding that, like, yeah, I'm tired. I had a long day last night, you know what I'm saying? Like, I worked all day yesterday, so yeah, I'm tired, you know what I'm saying? It's early, you tired too, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We gonna ease into this. We gonna chill, and then, we can come into each other for real. But nah, it ain't many bad days at all, because I just love what I do.
I feel you. I love what I do too, man. Yeah. You already know what time it is. But let me ask you this last question before we wrap up. What brought you out today? What actually brought you out to Poetry and Politics?
A friend of mine, Queen, she sent the flyer to me. She was like, I bought my ticket. I like poetry. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, you know, I'm down. And then, you know, when I seen also that, you know, you would be here, and I remember, you know, that we spoke at our all night, and so I was like, you know, I'm gonna come.
Did I make the calendar, man? Did I make the calendar? Like, now, how is the calendar coming along though?
The calendar is coming along very well. Had a couple bumps in the road. I mean, that's just how things go. But other than that, is set to be finished within the next couple days. The release of the calendar is actually this Sunday coming up.
Awesome.
Which is
Congratulations.
November 17th. Yeah, make the calendar, but you definitely gonna make the presentation. I'm putting all the interviews and stuff
Appreciate
like that.
that. Thank you.
But yeah, it's coming out. It'll be out, and the calendar is about it's titled "This Is My Identity," which is a statement towards lock discrimination in the workplace. So it's basically occupations of people, you know, who have locks, real occupations, people who really have these occupations or whatever, who have locks. They also have stories as well, and basically just how I express myself and how I feel about what's going on as far as the natural hair community, how people, you know, they basically discriminated against locks, basically saying that we can't have locks, the law and everything like that. So
no doubt. Tell them how they can find you, stay locked with everything you got going on, so they can purchase those calendars, you know, come next Sunday.
You can find me at The Lock Creator, TheLockCreator. You can also purchase the tickets to the event. I'm having a whole event on Sunday, where if you come out, everybody receives a calendar. And beyond that, you can go to my scheduling site where you'll be able to purchase the calendars as well.
How can they book you? You got one of those apps yet? Everybody's saying you can't even call me, text me. You gotta go through the app nowadays.
Yeah, it's just easier when you.
Damn,
you know,
I'm like, y'all bougie hairdressers, man. I go through the app.
Nah, I wouldn't say bougie, but it's organization.
I feel you.
Just being organized, and you know, that way I've had my moments where I double book people, where I forgot. I'm in the moment.
I stay double booked.
I forgot to put this person down. So it's like, nah, I can't keep doing this. You know, it hurts myself and it hurts other people. So I had to make sure, you know, I had some organization.
Gotta innovate yourself. I feel you, sis,
sure.
man. I appreciate everything you got going on. I'm gonna see you soon.
Thank you.
Congratulations
Thank you so
on your
much.
calendar too,
Thank
man.
You
already know what time it is.
Yes.
Let's go. Are you an entrepreneur? Are you a startup business? Are you a local business? Are you an artist? Are you looking for someone to distribute your content? Revive Radio is the place to be. Come advertise with us at Revive Radio right now. You can find that advertising page at reviveisalive.com. Once again, reviveisalive.com. Advertise with Revive. We are reaching thousands of millennials all across the world. And once again, reviveisalive.com is where you can find that information.